Hello, everybody. This week on Nonstop Tech, we're going to be talking to you about what's on our computers so you can kind of see what geeky guys do. We're also going to cover the news, answer any questions or follow-up that we may have, and give you a couple of tips or tricks that might make your life a little bit easier. So welcome to this edition of Nonstop Tech. Hey everybody, welcome to this Nonstop Tech. I'm your host Doc.
I'm Jerome.
I'm Tim.
Hey, that was so easy. All right, this is going to be a tight show, so let's just jump straight into it. Jerome, what do you got for us in the news this week?
In the news, well, biggest thing, Diablo 3 was released cross-platform and everything. So,
why did I know he was going to say that?
I had to say it.
Go ahead.
So,
I'll just drink my...
Good game, though.
I swear it's water.
It's a good game. Is it? If not, yeah, share. But that's kind of my news thing this week, and it was a good game. If you don't have it already, pick it up.
All right. I know a lot of people have been missing from various events.
Yeah.
Because they've been Diablo-fied.
All my friends from work and stuff. It's like,
Jerome's news was dumb. What do you have in the news?
Spotify is in 15 more countries today.
Yeah, that's much
cool.
better.
So it's available in Australia, New Zealand, a lot of other more insignificant countries that you probably don't care about.
You want to save this?
SMH,
man.
It's kind of a slow news.
All right, so
be honest with you.
I'll do Sony released unlimited music for the iPhone. It's a Wi-Fi 3G, 4G connections, and basically it's a $4 a month subscription that lets you stream music. Of all the subscription services for the phone, I think this might end up being the cheapest. The only thing that you run into running with the Sony only thing is you're kind of stuck with their catalog. Now, that being said, Sony has a massive catalog.
The cool thing with that is it's really a Pandora alternative at the $4 price point. So it's like a radio style. You don't actually pick out your songs, but I'd imagine it'd be higher quality music than Pandora might offer.
Spotify is $9 a month. Radio is $9 a month. Pandora is actually the cheapest because Pandora is $36 a year if you pay yearly. But if you pay monthly, I believe Pandora comes out to $5 a month. Mm-hmm. So this is in the same range as Pandora, but again, the advantage on Pandora is you get the entire music genome, not just Sony's collections.
Do you think Sony's collection is better music though?
Your chances
of library, you won't get 50,000 repeats every day.
Chances of well, actually, if you go with Pandora Professional, you really don't get repeats because what a lot of people don't do is they don't curate their stations.
Sure,
if you curate your stations, then it goes and it works a lot better. So that might be our first tip without even knowing we're doing it. If you use a Pandora, curate your stations. Also, a lot of people don't realize they can share. Yeah. If you're at a friend's house and they have a great Pandora thing, ask them to go into the web interface and press share. Using your same Pandora email that you signed up with, you can get those lists. So if you're curious, I'm docrock@gmail.com, and there are a lot of hip-hop, a lot of classical, a lot of spa music. I have some Brazilian bossa nova. Spa music, yeah. I like to chill out. When you guys stress me to, never mind. Can't use those words on this show. Keep the rating.
Something to mention, there is a $10 version of Sony, which is more Spotify-like, where you get to pick out your songs. So
that's cool.
Pretty cool.
It is good to see some different streaming services making its way to the iPhone. Yeah. So, did you have any questions or follow-up, anything to run with from the last show? Anybody reach out to the Jeromester?
No, not really. Not this time. It was actually quiet. I was like, yes.
That's awesome. Tim?
Not that I can recall.
Okay, well, I got actually a YouTube comment, which turns out to be an email. It was from a guy named Marcus Harris 93 on YouTube, and he questioned in one of our shows. We talked about the Day One Journal, and he had a very good question about Day One Journal. He was wondering if there was a limit to the length of an entry in a Day One Journal.
That's a good question.
It's a fantastic question. Okay, I have not hit said limit yet, so I don't really think there is. I'm assuming there is not. And the reason why I say this sort of confidently is that I use it as a knowledge base. So if I'm surfing the web throughout the day and there's a clip, something that I want to keep, like this informational story, I copy it and paste it into the widget on the menu bar at the top of day one.
So you use it as, I use Evernote pretty much.
I use Evernote still too, but it's a little bit more curated. These are the stuff that I guarantee know is going to make me smarter versus I'm just saving this because I might go back to it. One thing I've noticed about Evernote and probably any of these systems, a lot of stuff you dump in there, you never go back to it.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm trying to use this knowledge base as tips or tricks or little notes that I can use over and over again that are going to speed up some form of work process, or it's a code snippet. It's something that I found in HTML5 that, you know, if you're working with this particular CSS snippet or something, it works better. I kind of use it for that. But I clip a lot of things.
But as far as limits, like it's digital paper, so it doesn't really end.
In theory. So no, but I think what the question is, like, if you were to grab like the entire text of say, as a man thinketh and paste it in, would it accept it? Sure. So I'll double check it, but right now I don't think there is a limit, because if you're journaling, you can probably go forever.
We'll have Tim sit down and actually just hit copy paste over and over and over.
Cool. So, all right. Before we roll into the next segment, I wanted to entice you. If you ask a question this week, the guys over at Tracky, my favorite tool, they hooked us up with some T-shirts. So whoever we pick as the great question this week, we're going to send you a cool Tracky T-shirt. I don't think this one will fit John Garcia. This looks like a girl size.
A girl shirt or a big kid?
I have a bunch of different sizes. So
excellent.
So anyway, whoever sends us a question this week, questions to, let's see, Doc at Nonstop Honolulu or Jerome or Tim at Nonstop Honolulu, we'll send you a cool Tracky T-shirt. Thanks to Dad and the crew over at Tracky. That's cool. All right. So when we come back, we will get started and tell you our main topic today, and that's sort of what's on our computers. You'll find out what kind of nerdy stuff we have. Welcome back to Nonstop Tech, and we're going to start out by telling you some of the things that we have on our computer. This question originally came from my buddy Tom. I call him our remote executive producer because he always has great tips for us as we're making our show better. So again, thanks for your feedback, Tom. But he asked before what was on our iPhones and iPads. So I thought I would extend his question and let you know what's on our computers. Now, the majority of us are Mac users. The majority, there's three of us.
Everyone here.
Okay, but I also have a PC, and so does Jerome. So we'll try to keep them a little bit bihexual if we can. And if it sounds too Mac nerdy, then I'll try to give you a PC alternative where we can fit. So let's start. We can do round robin again. We'll go 1-1-1. I think that's more fun.
So I know everyone loves web browsers, and everyone hates Internet Explorer, I hope. Because you definitely, the only thing you use Internet Explorer for is to pretty much find another browser. So my choice, my first pick is actually Firefox. And I just love all the plugins and extensions that are available for it. And the newest version is actually pretty dang quick if you've messed around with it. I'm actually surprised. So that's my pick, Firefox. Check it out. It's free.
A web browser costs money.
Hey,
it's 1995 again.
I didn't want to go and do the same thing as Jerome, but I am going to do the same thing as Jerome. But I'm going to pick Chrome. Now I use Firefox a lot as I'm developing websites and things like that. But for my everyday browser, I use Chrome. I find that right now Chrome is the fastest browser out there, and there are some great plugins. And one of my favorite new plugins for Chrome, which is actually a web service that works on all browsers, and that's called the Gimme Bar. The Gimme Bar is epic. So I'll put links into the show to let you check that out. But I'm definitely say Chrome. And the key extensions, Evernote clearly, the Evernote extension, Pinterest, 1Password extension, Pinboard, yeah, all sorts. So anyway, oh man, we could do a whole show on extensions. Okay, that's coming next show. Anyway, go ahead, Tim. You're up next.
So I won't pick Safari, as that's what I use, and it is on Windows. I will pick instead something I use every day. It's free. It's called Levelator. You send AIFF files or WAV files to it, and it turns your audio from highs and lows and weird stuff like that into a nice levelated track. And it's awesome.
Levelated is going to become a verb. Actually, I have to give you a +1 on that. Oh, I just went Google on us. I just +1. We have to press the +1 on that because in the last show we used it to sort of levelate some audio, and sort of take out some of the background. We are doing this live in the greenhouse, in the co-working space, the Greenhouse Innovation Hub, and sometimes there's people in the back talking, so we use Levelator to sort of smooth it out before we post it to you. And the audio came out great.
Yeah, it makes any video or audio thing you're working with much better.
Very cool. Yeah. All right, Jerome, round 2.
Turn again, huh? So since I'm the gamer in the group, sadly enough, none of you people.
I gave my
Angry Birds.
iPad. I gave my iPad. Nova 3, man.
My pick is Steam. If you haven't heard of Steam, you're living behind a rock or you don't game. So, but all it is, it's an easy way to kind of, you can buy your game, and if you've used like the Android, the Google Play Store, or if you've used iOS, the App Store, it's just like that, just for games. And it's just any computer you install it on, you just download the game you purchase and you're done. And they have awesome sales. Hide your wallet when sales come around. So, hide your wallet.
So I have a quick question for you on that. I just noticed recently, I have been using my PlayStation 3 more as a video player than anything. I just noticed recently that PlayStation is building something like that into the PlayStation called PlayStation Plus. And there's a game that I recently wanted to pick up, which was like a FIFA or something. And instead of going to get the disc, I can actually pay them and they'll rent me a copy like Photoshop. So I can rent the game for like $17 for 3 months or something crazy.
This one's not rent. This one's just only purchase.
It's cool. Neat concept. All right, moving on. I shouldn't jack this one from Tim, so I'll save my next one because I know Tim's going to say it.
I think I'm going to not do that today, actually.
Really?
Yeah, we do that one so much. I feel like
okay, I'm going to say it anyway. Okay. Still got to say Evernote. Tim brought it up earlier. I love Evernote. It's on every single device. I will admit, like I said before, I use it to dump everything in. Like I scan my bills that come in or emails that come in that contain bills, invoices, and I automatically drop them to Evernote. But I don't necessarily go back and look for them. But it is nice to know that they're there in case I need them. I use my Day One journal more as a go-to in and out notebook, and then I use Tracky for my getting things done kind of follow-up. But I like having a known consciousness that it is backed up in Dropbox and it's backed up in Evernote.
And searchable.
And it's very searchable, and Evernote does some amazing things. I know there's a lot more I can be doing with it, so now that there's Penultimate and Sketch, I will definitely work on a little bit more. But we promise we will eventually get to an all Evernote show for you.
Yeah, in college, I used Evernote as I basically tore out the binding of all my textbooks and scanned them in the Evernote. So my Evernote account's like 10 gigs. So anytime I install it on a Mac or a PC or whatever, it takes up all sorts. So I can like search and find all these books.
That's actually a freaking great idea.
It works pretty well, you know.
That is cool. Okay, so what's your next pick since you're not picking Evernote?
iTunes Match. So this is a Windows thing as well as Apple Mac thing, and I find it incredibly useful. Basically because I'm on MacBook Air, I'm limited storage space because of that, and also because I'm working on a lot of different machines. Like I just started a new job and I got this new computer. I was able to just download iTunes and log in my iTunes Match and stream my 60, 70 gigabyte collection of music. And I've been able to do that on PCs or just wherever I go. You just log in and start streaming. It's amazing.
That's actually, I've been contemplating back and forth whether I should get iTunes Match, and I was always scared because my library is massive. I have the DJ library, so I have terabytes of music.
And it's especially great because the metadata transfers too. So play count, all that stuff transfers over.
Have you heard of anything with limits? I mean, seriously, I have over a terabyte of music.
It's like 25,000 songs, I think.
Yeah, I'm close to that.
So you might have to create a special library. Right. It's like $25 a year, and
cool.
It's a great backup too.
I think I'm gonna have to give that a try.
Great Anyone who finds free songs, it actually
gives you a
legit copy.
Move on.
You can't upgrade your library through it. Yes.
My last one is going to be Instapaper. So Doc uses Evernote kind of as his brain. I use Instapaper. Anything I find, anything on the web. Even from my RSS reader, like Reader or is it Mr. Reader? I always forget the name for it.
Mr. Reader.
Mr. I can actually send that there. Kind of nice too. Like let's say you're at work, you don't really have time to read the whole article, but you read like a couple of things. You can actually just send all that information to Instapaper, and then later on, I bust open my iPad or I go to instapaper.com and I can read through all that stuff that I saved. It's a nice archive of information.
I think right now the script that I'm using for my Chrome sends everything, one copy to Pinboard, not Pinterest, one copy to Instapaper, and one copy to Evernote. So I have it stored in multiple places.
That's a good idea.
But one thing that's cool about Instapaper, while I like it that I know that Evernote can't necessarily do, is unless Clearly can do it. I can read things offline. Like if I'm at the doctor's office and I'm bored, I can run through, my Instapaper and play catch up kind of thing. So I think that is kind of neat.
I really hope they do Clearly for iPhones and Android.
Yeah, Clearly is great. Clearly is just like the reader thing that's sort of built into iOS, but I think it's a little nicer, and it's also a little bit like Instapaper, but I think it's a little nicer. It just hasn't gotten the press yet. Yeah. So
sounds wet.
All right, so. My last one is Crash Plan. I've talked about it over and over again. I love it when I notice that one of the computers in my Crash Plan, lack of pun, had not been turned on in a couple of days. So I get this email and it goes, oh, your Crash Plan for your MacBook Pro isn't backed up. All you got to do is go over, lift up the lid, and then it'll just run. Crash Plan is epic. It keeps all your machines backed up. I believe I pay about $6 a month for a family plan, which gives me up to 5 computers or 10 computers, something like that. And it's unlimited. So, I mean, in my Mac Pro, I mean, you're talking, I have online about 8 terabytes of storage internal and 14 terabytes external. And I am backing up 2 Crash Plan over 6 terabytes of stuff.
Seriously?
And it doesn't even cry. They don't even care.
And it keeps
literally
your significant
six terabytes of your stuff at $6 a month. That's pretty crazy. So Crash Plan, I'm serious. You just do it. Just back it up. Anybody scared to try it or don't want to dump money in my little storage closet back there, I have like 2 free passes that'll get you like 4 to 6 months of free Crash Plan. If you can't come off of 6 times 4, $25, you send me the first 2 people to send me an email say, hey Doc, I want to check out the Crash Plan. I'll send you the code.
Send an email right now.
No. You two can't win. Come on, I feel like giving away stuff.
You know I got Crash Plan.
I feel like Steve saying I'm giving away stuff today.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead.
Last one for me, Logos Bible study software. So this is Mac, Windows. It's basically like an iBooks or Kindle for if you're looking for like Bible type books. You're able to take notes. It syncs across iOS. And the cool thing about the iOS app is you have to get free books every week. You're able to read through it. So it's like the go-to if you're looking for that kind of software. And it's cross-platform, so it's pretty sweet.
That's cool. I think if I downloaded that, my computer would blow up.
Really? It's cool because it's just me. It's stream stuff.
So, it might catch my computer on fire. It'll be like, Doc, blasphemy. Anyway, so on that note, we're going to take one more break and then we're going to come back and give you some tips or tricks that can help you use your computer better and move things a little faster in your life. All right, welcome back to Nonstop Tech, and let's kick you off with some tips or some picks or some tricks. What you got?
I don't remember what I was going to do. Oh, no.
I know what you were going to do. You're going to do Diablo. What the freak else would you do?
I'm not going to do that because I did at the beginning.
All right.
So,
okay.
Hurry up. Pick something.
Mine is actually Coda 2. So this one's a little more if you're into like web design, WordPress, whatnot. This is coming out on the 24th, and I'd recommend get it on the 24th because you get 50% off from both the iPad app and the Mac app. So this is Mac only and iOS only. But it's amazing. It's just, I recommend go to, what is it, panic.com?
Yes.
Yeah, go to panic.com. We'll put it in the show notes for you. And just check out the application. There's so many features. I couldn't cover this in like 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, we might have to do a special show for that. Bring on developer. Actually, I think that's a great pick. And especially with the iPhone, iPad compliment Diet Coda. I thought that was funny.
It's like Diet Cola.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
And for all those people who say you can't make stuff on an iPad, yeah.
Now you can make websites on your iPad.
Enjoy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tim, what you got for us?
I have a tip about YouTube Live. Right now, it's very hard to get into. You have to like know people and stuff like that. But a cool thing is, like last week, I believe YouTube opened up, or Google, I should say, opened up Hangouts to be broadcasted live to YouTube. So you're able to hit this one button, and it goes out to YouTube in your channel, and you're able to watch live on mobile devices, even like an iPhone or iPad. And there's an integrated chat, and it's brilliant. So basically, everyone can go YouTube Live if you want to use Hangouts. You can do a Hangout with just yourself if you want to, and go live. It's like amazing because before we had to put up with Justin TV and Ustream, and those things are 70% ads, not the video, but actually the website. So this is like an awesome thing. So
2 things I got out of your tip.
So,
one, you find your first kid. You find your first kid's name. Integrated chat.
I'm sorry, I ramble on sometimes.
No, that's funny. Integrated chat. That's a good name for a kid. Dude. Integrated chat.
Yeah.
Okay, the second thing I never thought about hanging out by yourself and using it as the way to get left.
And you can even throw
I normally wouldn't hang out by myself, but it makes sense.
You can throw slides and stuff, and it's
you could even set up another one of your computers that like triggers itself to come on from time to time to be like your external view or whatever. So that's actually a pretty good idea. Okay, my pick this this week is a piece of hardware I've been waiting for, and it's finally here.
I've been dreading this coming, by the way.
This is my DOS keyboard. Now, what this is, it uses some Cherry Blue MX switches. So you got that nice, let's get it in the mic.
It's clicky.
A nice sound, but it's very light, very fast, and
it feels good.
It's, oh my God, this keyboard is awesome. This guy will set you back, what, 133 bucks. What's neat about this is it has mechanical switches, like I said, German engineer. Thank you, Jerome. But you got the hub right here on the front, and it just feels so awesome. And anybody who types a lot or writes a lot or codes a lot, you definitely want to go back to a tactile keyboard. I actually love my Apple keyboards, but this one will give you, no doubt, better typing speed, better accuracy, and that feel, because you just know you hit the key when you hit the key. So my recommendation is definitely go out and get yourself a DOS keyboard. They have great service, the pricing is great, and yeah, I like it. I think that was the way to go.
Yeah. I'm hopeful Bluetooth comes out eventually. Are they resistant to that?
No, I think the problem that you have with Bluetooth is that you may get disconnectivity, and the thing about these speed and accuracy, you know, so with speed and accuracy, I think you want to stay wired up. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that's basically it. All right, so is that it?
That's it. Yes.
All right, cool. So once again, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please send them to us. Questions at Nonstop Tech, nonstophonolulu.com, doc at nonstophonolulu.com.
YouTube comments?
Yeah, YouTube comments work, Twitter works, Facebook works, people driving by blowing a freaking horn in the middle of my podcast works.
Again,
whatever you need to do, just send us a question or feedback. And again, whoever has the best question this week, you get this nice, super fresh, Tracky t-shirt. And if you don't know about Tracky, go check it out. It's Tracky.com. Tracky is awesome. We use it here at the greenhouse. We use it to decide what we're going to talk about on the show. Jerome and I argue and fight on it. It's awesome. You should definitely check it out. It's a neat tool. It's a good complement to anybody's daily workflow. So, and it's an awesome price right now and free.
Yeah.
Can't be right. Ever, right?
All right, everybody. Thank you once again. We'll see you again next week. Aloha.